So you got your revenge. Father, did it make you feel any better? It did. So what comes next?
Mark von Aulitz is next. Then von Burghoff.
And is that what you really want, son? No matter how many people you kill, you can't change what's happened.
It's what I want.
Aber er hat recht, Henry.
What's happening? Why are you waking me up? You again?
Yes, the Margrave is calling for you, sir. You and the other gent.
You mean Zizka?
I suppose. I don't know what his name is, but he's waiting down in the courtyard. I'm just on my way to tend to his wounds.
And what about Catherine?
That's the good wife who arrived with you? I don't know. I think I saw her with our captain.
Oh, very well. I'll go now.
Before you go, I brought you something for breakfast. In case you're hungry. Oh, have I been too bold?
No, definitely not. Thank you. Do you need anything else?
No, sir.
So, why are you standing here?
You haven't dismissed me, sir.
Oh Gott, wie unangenehm ist sie denn?
Oh, I see. You may leave. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Oh Gott, das ist aber unangenehm. Eieieiei, okay. Oh. Ja, wir ziehen uns mal um. Ich habe während der letzten Folge, also nach der letzten Folge, habe ich noch ein paar, oder das heißt ein paar, ich glaube, es waren 2 Mods installiert, nur Kleidung halt, ne? Also nichts, das das Spiel verändert oder so. Kleidungsmods installiert und ich würde die jetzt auf jeden Fall eins davon mit unseren alten Klamotten, also wir hatten das hier. Genau, das wollte ich nämlich auch noch wieder angezogen haben. Dann haben wir hier noch die Hose, weil wir haben ja auch noch diese schönen Schuhe hier, genau das hier. Unsere Taschen würde ich auch dazu anlegen, das geht ja Gott sei Dank. Und ein Schwert. Ich glaube, dafür nehme ich dafür das? Ja, ich denke schon. Das passt eigentlich ganz gut dazu. Ich würde aber jetzt gern das hier anziehen. Das sind tatsächlich neue Klamotten, die ich habe. Das sind, glaube ich, vom Hause Leiper Klamotten. Stand zumindest beim Mod dabei und ich finde die sehr cool. Die Kapuze ist von der Siska Armor in Gelb. Und ja, ich fand das sehr, sehr schön. Ich fand das sehr, sehr cool. Ich finde, das passt auch sehr gut zu Hans. So. Wir sollen nach unten gehen, ne? Warum steht Matt denn hier so? Ach, guck mal, warte mal, Matt. Haben wir noch was zu essen dabei für dich? Warte mal. Oh ja, wir haben noch was zu essen für ihn.
Here, Matt.
Hier. Bitteschön. Du hast sicherlich auch Hunger.
You
Ja.
silly Matt.
Ja. Silly Matt, mein kleiner Silly Matt. Okay. Hi.
Good doggy. Good
Ja.
boy.
Ich liebe es, wenn die mit meinem Hund reden, ne?
I'm sorry.
Jo, ebenfalls. Okay, dann gehen wir mal nach draußen. Rubbler. Mhm. Gehen wir mal nach draußen. Oh. Nein, wir können hier Quest... Ach Mann, ich will aber noch nicht hier sein. Was ist denn mit Hans? Ich würde eigentlich gerne wieder in die alte Karte. Aber es geht wahrscheinlich jetzt nicht, ne? Oh Mann, Hans. Was haben wir denn hier?
You see, meine Dame, we aren't idle here. My men train like that every day.
Admirable. If Sigismund and his army happened to turn up, you'd have 2 warriors.
But why would he come here?
Why wouldn't he? Lord Pisak used to be the king's mintmaster, and everyone knows he's on Wenceslas's side.
Yes, but...
But I'm sure you're not afraid of him.
You're right. Let the ginger fox come. Our walls will hold back his army.
Lo, the worth Henry of Skalitz. I'm just holding a discussion with the captain here about his desolate fortress.
That's not how I'd put it. In the end, as my Großvater said, the strength of a castle is measured by its garrison, and mine is one of the best in the region. What do you say, lad? Am I right?
Aye. I have to admit, the soldiers here look pretty fearsome. I wouldn't want to come up against them in battle.
I get the feeling you'd run instead of facing them, though. Eh?
Leave him be, meine Dame. Nobody with any sense would take on my men.
Now look here, I was just being polite. I'd happily take on your men.
Ach ja?
Do you fancy yourself a knight?
Come, Junge. We'll stuff your clothes with straw, so you don't come to any harm, and let you have a go against one of ours. Pullcock, come here! The first to bleed loses.
Wer zuerst blutet? Okay. Na los. Wow. Wow. Wow.
You never saw that coming.
Na los. Wo ist Cashman denn? Ach, da. Kann ich... Aber ich kann nicht mit dir sprechen. Sprich mit Cashman über das Duell. Ach so, komme ich denn hier raus? Oder muss ich mit ihm... Nee. Hä? Wie komme ich denn hier raus? Hilfe! Ich bin eingesperrt. Ah.
Excellent, Henry.
Ah, it was nothing.
Gut gemacht. You have my admiration. You really are good with the sword. I hope my idiots learned a thing or two from you.
You should receive some kind of reward for that feat.
And what rewards would you have in mind?
I was rearranging our saddlebags, and I remembered I took a small memento from Trotsky.
Oh. What is it?
A hunting crossbow. I even think it's von Berghoff's. I was meaning to sell it, but it might serve you better.
My word. Thank you. I better go and find Zizka. The Margrave is expecting us.
I saw Zizka next to the stables. There was some girl hanging around him.
Do you want to come with us to see Jobst?
Not really. I'll go and pack my things instead. I have a feeling we'll have to leave soon.
Why?
A woman's intuition.
Was ist eigentlich mit Pebbles passiert? Also, jetzt mal for real. Was ist eigentlich mit Pebbles?
I heard Kuttenberg surrendered to Sigismund, and his army is running amok here in the area.
They are. These dreckigen Hurensöhne are angry, you see? They thought they would rake in the silver from the Kuttenberg mines. But they couldn't have been more wrong. Sigismund kept all the treasure for himself. Why should he pay them out of his own pocket when the local lords are feeding them?
What? I don't understand.
Dann pass mal auf. As soon as the soldiers began looting the villages around the city, the local nobility quickly decided it's better to pay them Lösegeld.
So that Hungarian bastard is getting rich, while the locals feed his army.
Das trifft den Nagel auf den Kopf. And yet, that carrot-top Schweinehund lets the monks in the Skalitz monastery fuss over him while he receives legations from the whole kingdom.
Do you know by chance how to get into that monastery where Sigismund is staying?
Wie bitte? Hast du den Verstand verloren? You can forget about that. You won't get in there. And listen closely to what I tell you. I don't know what you're planning, but I'll give you some good advice. Leave Sigismund alone. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but surely. You'll see. You'd better be glad you still have your head.
Did Sigismund also attack Suchdol?
Oh yes, as soon as he got here. But my men know what to do. Mit der Hilfe Gottes, we fended him off and forced him to negotiate. Mein Herr Peter, however, had to pay him a fat Lösegeld to leave us in peace. The villagers in the vicinity fared even worse.
What happened?
They raised Mesolis and Opatowitz. There was nothing left but ashes and stones. They haven't been here since then, but who knows what tomorrow may bring. Der Teufel soll Sigismund holen.
I need to top up my supplies. Where could I find some merchants here?
You'd be better off asking the innkeeper Slivka in the village about these things. He knows everyone from far and wide. And that's no surprise, because he makes such good spirits.
How do things work around here? Is there something I should be wary of?
Not really, except for the Sigismund military camp at Opatowitz. And it isn't really all that safe in the raised villages either. These Banditenbanden have settled in there. A bunch of dossers who'll easily cut your throat for a piece of bread. Ah, so God will. These evil times will soon be over.
How do I get to Kuttenberg from here?
Das ist nicht schwer. You just take the main road to the east and then you'll see the church towers. Or you can also follow your nose. There's smoke rising from the Kuttenberg smelters day and night. The smell is hell, but it's worth it for the silver. In fact, the silver's why Kuttenberg is the second richest city in the kingdom, right after Prague.
Where did you say Sigismund's army is camped?
Unfortunately, they're close. They've occupied the hill above the main road near Kuttenberg, so no one could just come and help the town. When you walk out of the village and look toward Opatowitz, you should see the flags flying above their camp. Pah, that Hungarian camp is like a boil. It's just festering and we just can't get rid of it.
How's it going, Captain? Do you have any work for me?
Sehr interessant. I thought you were helping Siska.
What of it? So is there anything you need a hand with, Frenzel?
Was soll ich sagen? After our Lord paid ransom for us to the Scheißkerl Cherton, there is peace here. Fortunately. Aber warte. Actually, there is one thing. You ought to have a word with our huntsman Dobrosch. He might have eine Aufgabe for you. See, someone poached a white roebuck in his territory the other day.
A white roebuck? That's a rare sight.
Ja, and Dobrosch takes it as a personal offense. So go easy on him, hörst du?
What exactly do you mean by that?
Just ask him if there's anything new happening in his territory, and wait until he tells you himself. Oh, ja. He really doted on that creature. Und das war alles. I don't have anything else.
All right, thank you. I'll ask around. How's it going, Captain? Do you have any work for me?
Sehr interessant. I thought you were helping Siska.
What of it? So is there anything you need a hand with, Frenzel?
Zum Glück nicht. Nothing urgent. If you're looking for einen Pfuschen, try your luck elsewhere.
Unterrichtest du mich? Was hat er denn zu
What is this
unterrichten?
about?
Oh mein Gott, 1500! Ich bin arm. Ich bin so arm. Okay, oh mein Gott, wir haben so viele Nebenquests, die wir hier machen können, ne? Ich würde aber gerne Sitzka finden. Aber ich würde auch die Mission, die hier vorne ist, eigentlich gerne annehmen. Wer ist denn das hier? Oder sollte ich die dann schon annehmen? Was ist Sitzka denn? Ist ja am Baden? Hat jemand von euch Sitzka gesehen? Hallo, da ist er ja.
How are things, Captain?
What do you think? I've seen better days. And you, youngster?
Not so great. I'm feeling pretty battered.
Just wait until you've been through as much as I have.
Nah, don't say that. You still have your strength. A real man of iron.
A damned rusty one, I'd say. But enough chat. I see Jobst has returned to the fortress.
That's why I'm here. They're expecting us. I wanted to take Catherine along too, but she said she'd rather get the horses ready.
She's doing the right thing, and you better run ahead and greet the Margrave. I'll join you shortly.
Are you expecting trouble?
I always expect trouble. Jobst has turned coats more times than I can count. And the way things are these days, I'd rather have horses standing by, even on a visit to my parents.
What about that dry devil of yours? Did you find out where he went?
No, nobody asked him where he was going, but it seems they're hoping it's as far away as possible. I'm not surprised. If I know him, he wasn't the ideal guest.
At least Jobst might know where he is.
He might. To be honest, that's the only reason for talking to him.
Should I really go and see Jobst on my own? He's a Margrave, though.
So what? You already know him better than I do. You met him in Ratai. I only know what I've heard about him.
Well, all right, but he sent for us both. How's it going to look?
A bit odd, I suppose. But you must understand, I'm doing this for our benefit. The less time I spend with a Margrave in one room, the better.
All right, then. I'll be going, then.
Okay, geht zur Audienz im Bankettsaal. Okay. Machen wir natürlich sofort. Oh Mann, ich will Hans unbedingt retten. Ich mache mir so Sorgen um den, ne? Vor allem, ist der noch in Trotsky oder ist der jetzt auch hier in... Ja, naja, der neuen Map halt.
Henry. Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report that von Bergov's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with von Bergov at Trotsky?
Bergov had no interest in our message. By the time we finally arrived at Trotsky, he'd already long since made a deal with Sigismund. But of course, he didn't tell Sir Hans and me anything. And on top of that, he used us to do his dirty work. Everything went to hell in the end, and we ended up in a dungeon. Or at least I did. They took Lord Capon away. In fact, that's why we're here. We were following von Bergov's trail.
So I've heard. But I'd be interested to know the details. It's been some time since our meeting in Ratai, and now you appear here by the side of a quite unexpected guest.
Well, it wasn't the best circumstances to meet Zizka in. They sent him to the Trotsky region to cause problems, and our paths happened to cross. We crossed swords. I can only thank God we didn't kill each other.
And who was giving Zizka orders? Do you know?
I think it's some Jan Sokol of Lamberg.
That would make sense. He was always quite pig-headed.
Forgive me, my lord, but how is it possible you don't know? Aren't you all on the same side?
Bear in mind that my dear cousin, His Majesty King Wenceslas, has many supporters, and each of them has their own ideas about how to defend him.
I understand. It seems complicated.
On the contrary, it's all quite simple. If I could get them all together in one banquet hall, Give them their fill of wine and venison. They'd come to an agreement on the spot. Let's move on. I heard something about a pillory and poaching. What in God's name did you and Sir Hans get up to?
Warum zur... Statt Boten hielt man uns für Bettler. Es war Herrn Hans Schuld, es war allein meine Schuld. Es ist nicht viel passiert. Abwiegeln.
Things went wrong right from the beginning. We were ambushed, and we lost the letter. Lord Capon and I were lucky to get out of it alive. But no one at Trotsky believed that we were messengers.
Von Berghoff refused to aid a nobleman in need. That seems pretty low for a man of his stature.
Well, to be honest, Lord Capon didn't really look much like a nobleman. We were ambushed while bathing in a pond, and then we fled through the woods. So we really looked like a pair of beggars.
Ah, that must have been a peculiar feeling for Lord Capon.
Nicht nur für Capon. Sehr schwer. Oh mein Gott, sehr schwer. Das hat ihn sehr belastet. Oh, das werden wir nicht schaffen. Wir machen das hier.
You can't even imagine it, Your Grace.
I certainly cannot, in truth. In any case, are you sure there's nothing else you want to tell me?
Well, you should probably know that Istvan Toth was working for von Berghoff.
Who's he?
One of Sigismund's cronies. He was causing havoc around Rattay.
Ah, yes. Hanush and Radzig mentioned some such person. They even foolishly let him go.
They had to. They gave him their word.
Yes. Well, it's actually quite heartening that some people still have such naive ideas about the world.
Well, no one let him go this time. He's dead.
Very good. From what I've heard, he was a bandit and a cutthroat. There should be no dealings with his ilk.
Isn't Zizka a bandit too, though?
Zizka is loyal to Wenceslas, so he's no bandit or cutthroat, but a faithful servant of our king, carrying out resistance against his enemies. But let's move on. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
That's all that happened, sir.
Truly. My court messenger and bearer of tidings, both good and bad, John of Liechtenstein, has mysteriously gone silent. So every piece of information I get now is precious. By the way, you said you were in von Berghoff's dungeon, and I can imagine how they treated you there. Tell me, did you reveal anything?
Rat an Liechtenstein. Ich habe nichts gesagt. Oh, ich habe aber eigentlich auch nichts gesagt.
Well, although it wasn't me who told him, von Berghoff did get certain information.
What information?
About Liechtenstein. That he's in Kuttenberg. And what he's doing there. I'm really sorry, sir, but... well, they tortured us.
That is truly unfortunate. But you've nothing to be ashamed of. I think it's too much to expect anyone to hold their tongue under torture.
But Lord Liechtenstein... what if they killed him because of us?
John went straight into the lion's den. He knew the risks. Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad if you stayed at the fortress. As soon as it's possible, you can join a legation heading for Rattay. I'm sure you already want to go home.
Ich kann den Hans nicht im Stich lassen.
What? Go home? I can't. I have to rescue Sir Hans. I made a promise I'd protect him.
A noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon. I'm sure von Berghoff has him trapped in a gilded cage.
But I made a promise, sir.
I understand, but honestly, Lord Capon is now safer than you or I. The most sensible course now is to wait for the ransom demand.
Margrave.
Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Yeah, the Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Heinrich, also known as the Dried Devil, isn't here?
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Heinrich came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. What would I expect? Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother.
It would be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics. Let me just explain that that was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country and of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road. No offense intended. I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa. Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not?
With pleasure.
And you, Henry?
Me? Well, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences. Grave consequences. I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
I get the feeling Yopes didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information. Catherine, I've got a job for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. Anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go.
Da ist ja Pebbles! Da ist ja Pebbles. Bezahle einen Kutscher und reite mit ihm zwischen den Regionen und von Kuttenberg und Troski hin und her. Okay.
What is your plan, anyway? Go from village to village, hamlet to hamlet, until we find him?
That won't be necessary. We just have to visit places where you can get booze.
Oh, so all the taverns and dens in the region?
If it comes to that.
I'm up for that.
Don't get your hopes up. We'll have a beer, listen to the local rumor mill, and if we don't find anything, we'll pay up and move on.
Where do we start?
I have heard of a place that's a favored meeting spot of bandits, poachers, and all kinds of scum. If I was looking for the devil, or at least someone who knows something about him, that's where I'd go.
Sounds like a good place to start. And if we find the devil, what then?
If we're really to step on Sigismund's toes, we need capable men. And the devil's capable. of anything, really.
I'm not sure what the three of us can achieve.
Hinek's not alone. He has the Devil's Pack.
Who?
That's what his band is called. They're exactly the sort of men we need.
And what do you have in mind when you say step on Sigismund's toes? What about Liechtenstein and Capon?
The same thing we did to von Berghoff. But don't worry. It's gonna take a lot of time before we're ready. In the meantime, hopefully Catherine will find out where young Liechtenstein is hiding. If his spy network really lives up to the legend, he'll surely know where they're keeping young Capon.
I just hope Sir Hans is all right.
Why wouldn't he be? He's the Lord of Perkstein. He's of no use to them dead.
If I don't bring him back to Hanush alive, I might as well hang myself. Anyway, how much farther is it?
Still a long way to go. Shall we speed up?
The road's quiet. The surroundings are pretty. Why rush? At least we won't be so conspicuous.
If you say so.
Das Ding ist, ich würde eigentlich voll gerne erstmal nochmal in die alte Map gehen. Ich habe gerade ja gesehen, man kann anscheinend nochmal zurückreisen. Ich würde nämlich eigentlich gerne die Nebenmissionen noch machen, die da sind. Ich weiß vor allen Dingen nicht, ob Hans in der alten Map gefangen gehalten wird oder ob er in der neuen Map halt ist. Weil wir sind jetzt ja in der Kuttenberg-Map. Also in der zweiten halt. Und ich würde eigentlich gerne noch diese Nebenmissionen da abschließen, die ich in der ersten Map noch hatte. Bevor ich halt hier weitermache. Ich weiß halt nicht, ob ich nochmal in die andere Map komme, automatisch, so von der Story her. Aber vielleicht, wenn ich jetzt hier gleich mit ihm da angekommen bin, wo wir angekommen sind, oder ankommen wollen, vielleicht werde ich dann erstmal einen Abstecher nochmal nach Trotsky machen. Obwohl wir da wahrscheinlich gerade gesuchte Arschlöcher sind. Aber ich würde halt gerne die Nebenmission zuerst machen und dann, vor allem, weil wir ja noch zu den Semin müssen, um da dieses Lager zu machen.
Shouldn't we speed up? We won't get there before dark like this.
What's the matter? Don't you want to enjoy the scenery?
Right. Why hurry? There's plenty of time.
Ich würde halt gerne die Semin-Mission noch machen. Und weil die brauchen ja anscheinend immer Zeit und ich glaube, der hat mehrere Lager, denke ich mal, da für uns. Und ja, ich würde das halt gerne noch machen, weil wenn wir dann ihm Zeit geben müssen, damit er neue Lager findet, würde es sich ja anbieten, jetzt noch das zu machen, was da noch offen ist und dann später nochmal wieder zu kommen und zu gucken, ob er noch eine Mission hat dann. Aber wir reiten jetzt erstmal mit Siska dahin, wo er hinreiten möchte. Und gucken mal, was passiert. Sieht aber auch so schön aus hier, ne? Also hier ist es auch unheimlich schön. Auch ein bisschen offener, glaube ich, als Trotsky. Ich glaube, bei Trotsky war viel mehr Wälder. Also ich habe jetzt noch nicht die Karte aufgemacht. Ich hatte sie ja nur mal ganz kurz auf, um das kleine Gebiet zu sehen, wo wir waren, also in Suchdol. Aber ich glaube, die Map hier ist generell ein bisschen offener als die Trotsky-Map. Trotsky waren sehr viele Wälder tatsächlich. Und wir müssen auch noch die Pilgerreisemission machen in Trotsky dann. Das ist halt echt schön, ne? Ich finde es auch cool, dass ich so über meine eigene Schulter gucken kann. Das finde ich echt nice. Ist schon cool gemacht. Ist das da das Dorf, wo der hin wollte? Kann sein. Es sei denn, er biegt jetzt rechts ab. Nee, ich glaube, das ist das, wo er hin wollte. Oh, ich finde schön, dass Pebbles wieder da ist. Das ist schön. Ich dachte erst, wäre irgendwas passiert, weil als sie ja hingeritten sind, hatte er ein ganz anderes Pferd auf einmal. So, ist das hier das, wo du hin willst? Keine Ahnung, wo wir jetzt hier sind gerade. Hier sind auf jeden Fall Missionen. Miskowitz. Okay, wir sind jetzt in Miskowitz. Keine Ahnung. Oh Gott, hier sind so viele Missionen gerade, ne? Will der hier hin? Nee. Reiten wir hier nur durch? Oh ja, ich glaube, wir reiten wirklich nur hier durch. Wohin will der Mann mit uns? Ich finde übrigens diese Folgeoption, finde ich sehr, sehr nice. Ich hätte das im ersten Teil auch schon gerne gehabt, aber da gab es das leider noch nicht. Oder das ging da leider noch nicht. Oh, guck dir das mal an, ne? Ist das nicht schön? Oh, das sieht so schön aus, ne? Oh. Irgendwie kommt es mir so vor, als würde er gerade mit uns von Map A oben links in der Ecke zu unten rechts in der Ecke reiten. Einmal so quer durch die ganze Map durch. Okay, jetzt biegt er auf einmal vom Hauptweg ab. Warum? Was für eine unnötige Abzweigung das war. Oh, das ist richtig schön, ne? Aber ich würde tatsächlich es bevorzugen, wenn wir mit Tanzi lang reiten würden. Und ich will den halt einfach jetzt retten. Der fehlt mir jetzt schon. Sein quirliges Auftreten. Ich vermisse sein Blacksmith-Boy-Gerede. Mann, Hansi. Oh, ist das schön, ne? Guck dir das mal an. Hey, da unten ist auch ein Dorf. Oh, ist das schön. Mein Gott, Siska, ist das schön hier. Ey, sind wir hier nicht lang geritten, als wir hingekommen sind? Kann fast sein. Ich glaube, wir sind hier sogar schon gewesen. Aber ja, ich würde wirklich gerne nochmal in die alte Map. Einfach nur, um zu gucken, ob wir da jetzt noch irgendwas machen können. Missionstechnisch oder so. Wie gesagt, ich weiß halt nicht, ob wir halt nochmal in die alte Map reinkommen, ne? Also so für die Hauptmission oder so, oder ob die alte Map jetzt quasi passé ist. Ich meine, wir müssen ja eigentlich eh nochmal dahin wegen von Burgo halt, ne? Aber ich frage mich halt auch, ob wir da jetzt gefühlt gesuchte Schwerverbrecher sind. Weil da steht ja unter von Burgos, also er ist ja der Chef da quasi, ne? Ob wir jetzt gesuchte Täter da sind oder halt, ob wir da frei rumreiten dürfen. Weil das würde mich nämlich interessieren, ob wir da einfach nur jetzt so, also ob wir da ganz normal hinreiten können und halt auch jetzt Wachen in Städten uns nichts antun oder ob die uns quasi dann alle direkt verpfeifen und sagen, hey, von Burgo, der ist in dem Dorf da. Sag mal, Siska, wo reitest du hier lang? Kannst du nicht ganz normal die Straße da nehmen? Oh, das ist auch schön hier, diese kleine Mini-Allee. Da ist noch ein kleines Dorf. Reiten wir da hin? Ist das das, wo wir hinwollen? Oh, das Pferd. Oh, guck mal, wie schön das Pferd ist. Oh, das ist ja richtig schön. Porschan. Wir erkunden, also wir kriegen sehr viele Dörfer anscheinend gerade hier mit. Und ich finde es auch gut, dass wir hier lang reiten, weil so decken wir die Karte halt auch ein bisschen auf, ne? Wenn wir so lang reiten durch die Gegend. Und nicht die Schnellreise nehmen. Hallo, frohes Schaffen. Ich bin mir nicht sicher, ob ich meine Rüstung anziehen sollte oder ob wir so bleiben sollen. Ich muss sagen, ich mag die Klamotten echt gerne, ne? Henry sieht richtig gut aus mit den Sachen. Und ich liebe auch die Siska-Rüstung an ihm in Rot. Ich hatte erst überlegt, die gelbe anzuziehen, weil die gibt es ja auch in anderen Farben. Also ich glaube in Weiß, in Grau, Violett und Gelb. Und Schwarz glaube ich auch. Ich glaube sogar in Blau und Grün. Und ich finde die rote und die gelbe tatsächlich am schönsten. Aber ich dachte mir, wenn ich die gelbe jetzt noch anziehe, ist das zu viel gelb. Dann mache ich die Rüstung in Rot und quasi sein nobles, etwas nobleres Outfit, was wir jetzt gerade tragen, mache ich dann in Gelb. Dann passen wir optisch auch sehr gut zu Hansi. Okay, hier wird schon ein bisschen bewälderter, ne? Hier ist schon ein bisschen, Oh, und da ist auch eine Mission. So mitten im Wald. Wo führt der uns hier hin? Bringt er uns jetzt so einen Wald, um uns zu überfallen, oder was? Hier hin? Oh ja, Teufelsfurcht. Okay.
I hope our journey doesn't prove to be in vain. Keep your hand on your hilt, Henry. Around here, you never know what might happen.
Okay.
you had it coming, you drunk.
Ugh. Hang on. I didn't see it. Does feel better when I've had a drink. It's a gift from God.
Either you pay us back our coin, or you can leave your head with us.
You wouldn't get a crossing for an alternative mine.
You're right about that.
I'd have a use for that turnip. But I can only pay for it with iron.
Shiska?
You turn on your heel and get going, if you value your life. You might have noticed, there's more of us than you.
That can be fixed.
Oh, ist das euer Ernst? Könnt ihr euch nicht einmal benehmen?
Go to hell.
Oh.
I'll hack you.
Los, komm her.
You die, boss.
Surrounded! No mercy! Hey, I need a hand here! Do I have to pull you out of trouble again? I see you're still a drunkard.
It's good to see you too, Shishka. What happened to...
That doesn't matter now.
Huh? Who's that? Where's your old band?
You're looking at all that's left of it.
I see we have a lot to talk about.
That we do. Anyway, this is Henry. Henry, this is Kubienka.
Hiya, lad. And thanks for the help. You're handy with a sword.
Thanks.
Not that I couldn't handle them myself.
He would be one of the best archers north of the Alps. If he wasn't drunk or with one arm in the stocks all the time.
Shouldn't we leave before someone notices the corpses?
Easy, lad. This was the devil's den. If we behave ourselves, the innkeeper will just charge us a cleaning fee, and that will be that.
There will be plenty of time to get acquainted with the local customs. We're looking for the devil. Where is he?
Well, when I said we have a lot to talk about, now is the time. This is the innkeeper, Dreadlight.
Gentlemen, I won't have this. You're murdering my guests and making a mess.
They started it.
They've been drinking on credit for half a day. Who's going to pay for this now?
If you search their pockets and sell their weapons, that should cover it. And I have a feeling Kubienka here owed them some dice winnings.
I didn't cheat.
Pay him.
All right, then. What did I do to deserve you? Here you go.
Ah, I see you are a nobleman and a generous one at that. You didn't have to, but thank you. I'm much obliged. You don't need to worry about anything. We'll clear away the corpses, pour some sand on the blood, and no one will know what happened here.
That's nice of you. But leave us alone now.
Nobody will be looking for them anyway. Only the catchpoles would be interested in them. You might even get a reward.
Did you hear, Lord Chishka?
Yes, I did. Of course. I'm leaving. Just call if you need anything.
Who's this devil fella of yours, anyway?
He's an angry, dangerous murderer. Someone you want on your side, but never against you.
And a treacherous old fox, too. One time, he was besieging a castle, and when they refused to surrender, he dressed up as a begging hag. They let him in, and he slit their throats in their sleep. I still regret not being there to see that.
I was there. In fact, he kidnapped that hag's grandsons and told her he'd cripple them unless she let him in the castle. She opened the gate for him at night, and you know the rest.
Ha! Well, I could better the way Devil tells it.
Is it just you and the devil here? Where's the rest?
That's the problem.
What problem?
Well, I'm alone here.
Where's everybody else?
I'd like to know that too. When the devil was captured, they scattered. Some are dead, some ran for the hills. Some are probably holed up somewhere drinking.
What? The devil's been captured and that's how you tell me the news?
Who captured him?
How should I know? Some armed bastards.
Shit, Kubianka, you must know who came after you and why.
Well, we botched this job in Kuttenberg. It was supposed to be a breeze, but the fuckers outnumbered us 3-1. Before we could react, they knocked the devil down and pounded on him like a deaf man on a door. Ada and I tried to help him, but we just couldn't.
Fuck.
It pisses me off that we had to leave him there. But we would have been captured.
Do you know where they're keeping him?
Why? The town guard took him. So he's probably in the town jail?
Fuck. There's no way we're getting him out of there.
My words. Otherwise, we would have gotten him away from those fuckers a long time ago. Not even a mouse can get him there. We can't pull off something like that.
How long has it been since he was captured?
I've been sitting here drinking ever since it happened. So, maybe a week, maybe even a month. More like a month.
A month? They haven't hanged him yet.
That's the thing. The devil's famous. Lots of people want him dead. But they won't give him the news or the axe. They want to send his soul to the Lord in a much worse way. The devil is a proper bastard, but not even he deserves that.
What are they planning to do with him?
The devil's got a fat price on his head. He's the most feared robber baron in Bohemia. There are several empty tents in Sigismund's camp, thanks to him. They really want to relish his death. They'll take him to their camp outside of town for that.
Who told you that?
When someone owes you a dice wager, they'll spill him what they don't know. They say the people of Kuttenberg can't wait to see him gone.
If they're going to move him, that could be our chance. We'll wait for them and free the devil.
He will be watched by a dozen armed guards. We're only 3. So unless you have 10 men up your sleeve...
I thought the devil would have at least 10 men. But other than that, it makes sense. I don't think we'll have another shot.
I was going to hire some muscle for help here, but I got thirsty. You know the rest.
More like I know you. But maybe we'll find someone around here. Everybody will listen if we mention coin. Can you think of anything else that might come in handy?
Well, how about some hand cannons?
Have you got some?
Well, not on me. But maybe there are some in our old camp. It isn't far.
Maybe.
Maybe. Surely. If I can remember where we hid them. And as luck would have it, they're not far from the road they used to transport the devil.
What place is that?
This narrow gully with a nice curve that backs for something nasty to happen in it. West of here. You can't miss it.
Looks like there's still some sense left in your noggin despite the booze.
And what about me?
You'll go with Kubianka to get the hand cannons. He may be... surely hid somewhere.
Great. At least I won't have to carry them myself.
Don't dilly-dally. And when you have them, meet me at the ambush spot. Keep an eye on him. And don't let him talk your ear off.
Mhm. Können wir mit dem reden? Nee. Können wir nicht. Ist das Pebbles? Nee, wo ist Pebbles? Pebbles? Ach, da. Nein. Was? Was hast du gesagt?
How did you meet Shishka anyway?
We tried to capture him, but he ambushed and captured us instead.
That sounds like Shishka. But that is how friendships for life are made.
With one of them in jail, while the other mocks them through the bars.
Actually, that's how I met my wife.
You have a wife? Where is she now?
Where could she be? Maybe rotting in that jail. left her there on our wedding night.
Well, if that's what you say.
Oh, come on, Henry. You must have some fun, even if you are about to hang. Do not frown. It does not suit you.
I'm not frowning. That's just how my face is.
My condolences, then. Especially to your family.
Hey.
If my wife gave birth to something like that, I wouldn't know whether to fetch a priest or a shovel.
You don't know shit about my family, so keep your mouth shut.
Or what?
Or... you'll see.
I've seen things you wouldn't believe.
You nearly got killed just now, yet you're stirring shit again.
Oh, well, I cannot help myself. Life's to be lived, and the body's to go to the grave properly fucked up. So I take it easy. As they say in Latin, cop a demon.
So you're a mercenary, cutthroat, swindler, drunk, and on top of that, a philosopher?
I'm a man of many... You know what.
A man of many debts and drinks?
Oh, come on, you do not even know me. We will get to know each other once we have a drink together. Speaking of which, would you have a drop on you?
No.
Fuck. I never ride out without some supplies. I don't know if I can stand it.
A few more stupid jokes and I'll plug your gob. But it won't be with booze.
You are very lucky to be with Shishka, that you saved me.
Starting to regret it.
That's why I like you. We will have so much fun together. I feel it in my bones. But we better pick up our pace. I need to piss.
Okay, ich gucke jetzt doch mal kurz auf die Karte, weil mich würde interessieren, wo wir jetzt, wie weit ich mit Dings geritten bin. Okay, okay. Wir sind in... Oh Gott, das sind so viele Nebenmissionen. Okay, wir sind in 2 Städten bis jetzt gewesen. Ich würde so gerne in die alte Map nochmal reiten, aber ich weiß auch gar nicht, wo das geht. Also ich glaube, wir können das jetzt auch noch gar nicht machen. Weil wir noch mitten in der Hauptquest sind. Ich will einfach Hans retten, ne? Ich überlege auch gerade, ob ich mir eine andere Rüstung anziehen soll oder ob ich erstmal bei der bleiben soll. Aber die ist... Also wir haben jetzt schon Blut im Gesicht, gefühlt. Aber ich finde die allzu cool, ne? Ich mag die so gerne, die Rüstung. Also die Klamotten. Ist ja keine richtige Rüstung. Kubienka. Ja, da hoffe ich, dass man uns da jetzt helfen kann, ne? Da, wo wir jetzt hinreiten. Also, dass wir vor allem die Waffen da finden dann. Hier ist auf jeden Fall ein kleines Lager. Aber anscheinend nicht das, wo er hin möchte. Die Musik halt auch die ganze Zeit im Hintergrund, ne? Diese etwas witzigere Musik. Mag ich sehr. Finde ich sehr cool. Ich glaube, so eine ähnliche Musik hatten wir auch in Kingdom Come 1, wo wir die Mission mit Hans in dem Badehaus gemacht haben, wo wir den Wein da klauen sollten. Ich glaube, da hatten wir auch so eine Musik. Das sieht so gut aus hier. Ich liebe ja die Wälder in diesem Spiel. Das sieht so schön aus. Vor allem, wenn dann so ganz früh morgen ist oder ganz später Abend, wenn das Licht so von oben durch die Bäume bricht. Finde ich sehr cool. Ist da vorne jemand, sieht das nur so aus? Ich glaube, es sieht... Ich denke mal... Ist das nur ein Rand oder ist da jemand... Ne, es sind Steine. Ah, wir sind da. Oh, ist das dein Ernst?
Better not piss on my boots or trip over. Oh.
Hinke, was?
Not done yet. Finally. The camp is near. There's a path off the stream.
Hat er sich gerade die Hände an seinem Arsch abgewischt?
Ada used to wade through that stream every time he went to visit some lass. Or when he was returning. He can smell the wet from miles away, but he can't take 3 steps in the woods without getting lost. Some people are just made that way. Nothing you can do about it. I mean, if Ada could find the camp, you'll have no problem finding it yourself. Oh, and the hand cannons. They're buried somewhere near the camp. Just a few steps. That much I remember. Maybe by the stream. Or right in it? No, that's not it. Oh, we were drunk. But we're not that stupid. Although, maybe Janos and Edda are. One time, they decided to rob some merchants who were running out of food and drink. They found one and decided to follow him until he arrived at a suitable place. They followed him almost all the way to Sigismund's camp. So throwing guns in the water actually sounds like them. There should be a shovel around here somewhere.
Ich habe eine Schaufel. Dankeschön.
What are we gonna do now?
Well, welcome to our camp. It's not much, but we called it home.
Oh, this mess?
Hey, you don't see me insulting your home.
So where are the cannons?
We hit something down below last time. By the stream, near the boulders, by the uprooted tree. And something is buried a little ways over there.
Don't you remember where you put them?
Well, I have a rough idea. A hazy memory. A hunch.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ja.
So? Where are they?
One of those places. Let's look at all of them. They are here somewhere.
We're gonna dig through half the forest.
Nonsense. I'll walk around, get my bearings. You'll see. Anyway, we need a shovel. There used to be one by Janos' tent.
Ich hab schon eine Schaufel.
The one made of leaves. He was so proud of it until he woke up covered in caterpillars.
Come on then. We don't have much time.
Aber wir haben doch eine Schaufel, oder nicht? Oder hat man uns die abgenommen? Hat man uns die abgenommen? Wir haben doch eine Schaufel gehabt. Ja, ich hab die nicht mehr. Aber wir hatten doch eine. Ist ja wild. Was damit passiert? Oder ist sie kaputt gegangen? Kann auch sein. Okay, wir folgen ihm. Mein Gott, dieser Mann, ne? Ist ja eine einzige Naturkatastrophe. Wo sollen wir jetzt buddeln? In der Nähe vom Wasser, hat er doch gesagt, ne? Beim
I told you I would find it right away. Now just dig it up and we are done.
Won't you give me a hand? It'll go faster if you help me.
I am helping you. We were as drunk as fiddlers when we buried them. But this place seems really familiar. Before that, we had to bury old Lodil, and we had to fortify ourselves.
I was a fool to think this would be easy.
So, I was wrong.
So you're digging the next one?
Heißt das nein? Am Wasser beim entwurzelten Baum. Wissen wir da jetzt durch?
Listen, lad.
Just tell me you didn't throw those hand cannons in the water.
Of course not. Look at that basket over there.
What about it?
The cannons are not there, but there is something better. Booze. Be a lovely lad and fetch it.
Why not? It'll make the digging go faster.
Good boy.
Oh Gott, okay. Ich ziehe mir aber wirklich jetzt mal gerade mal was anderes an. Warte mal ganz kurz. Können wir ja eigentlich einfach so machen, ne? Oh mein Gott, okay. Den meint er hier? Ist das dein Ernst?
I found something in the basket.
Beautiful. Is there enough for both of us?
You can take all of it. I won't be drinking.
Are you feeling unwell?
I'm starting to feel like shit.
All right. At least there's more for me.
Das ist ja genauso wie diese Mission, die wir am Anfang hatten, wo wir diesen besoffenen Jäger oder Wilderer da, nicht mal, es war ein Jäger, wo wir den dann nach Hause schleppen mussten. Ich fühle mich gerade ganz genauso. Und ich glaube, da war genau dieselbe Musik. Dieser Typ einfach, ne? Alles gut, Matt? Ich hoffe. Wo gehen wir hier bitte mit dir hin gerade, ne? Ach, hier sind die Felsen, von denen er geredet hat, glaube ich. Ich glaube, von den Felsen hat er geredet gehabt. Oh, ich glaube, hier müssen wir da graben, oder? Sieht zumindest so aus. Ja.
Right. Enough playing around. Dig. Here.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Just like the last time. Ah, so this is the grave of poor Lord Yell. I was sure we buried him elsewhere.
Ugh. What stench?
Why? He did not smell much better when he was alive. Oh, well. God grant him eternal life. Some soap.
What about us?
If Lord Yell is here, then I reckon I know where the hand cannons are.
Können wir das mitnehmen? Ich hab's jetzt einfach mit. Da stand von plündern, da stand nicht stehlen. Also durften wir das, glaube ich, eh mitnehmen. Was ist denn, Matt? Hast du was? Schnüffelst du was? Sag dem Typen hier doch mal, wo er hin muss.
So, this is it.
Don't tell me you've lost your way.
Oh, please. Me? Never. I found it.
Don't you want to dig the last hole yourself?
I'll tell you something, Henry. There are two kinds of people. Those who work and those who watch. Both are equally important. See? I told you I knew exactly where to find them.
God, why are you punishing me?
Oh, don't cry. We have more important things to do.
Will you take the cannons?
I won't be lugging them around.
Right. Are we going to see Zizka?
Let's go. Or do you want to go alone?
I'd rather go with you. Just in case.
Mount up then. We've wasted enough time as it is.
Oh Gott. Folge Kubienka zum Ort des Hinterhalts. Oh, das kann ja was werden. Eieieiei.